Hi, and welcome back to the second part of Saviours DND. So, we ended the last part one with the party encountering a mysterious humanoid figure in a quite armoured figure and a horse, which showed signs of fey corruption, which they recognised from their first encounters with a green dragon called Credentos. Alton had sent Quill out, and at this moment in time, as we come back, Quill is the only person that has this knowledge. And he has just returned to Alton's shoulder and whispered this to him.
I think the cat will go from like the camera being close up on Alton, and you see his pupil just dilate out, and he will just sort of grab. He was definitely inside in one of the caravans, though, like maybe on the edge of the apron or something.
Yep.
And he will for sure be grabbing around looking for his party, essentially where they are. And he'll say, "It's one of Nefion's scourge."
Ooh. I'm guessing that caravans would have some sort of a signal to mark that something bad might be happening.
I mean, Louisa's like at your side because she's wily enough to know that this isn't normal, and she's so. If you want to speak to her to stop the caravans, you can just do that with a word.
What word?
Yeah.
Halt.
What word?
Which word?
Okay. Alton will say, "You need to stop the caravan, Louisa."
Okay. And she nods. She doesn't. In this instance, she doesn't actually refer to Mara at all. She was just waiting for the word, and goes off. And in very quick time, all the caravans are stopped on the thing, and this figure is now probably about 100 yards, so sort of 300 feet in front of you on top of the hill. If you went to the road closest to him, it would be about 40 feet off the road.
Alton sort of jump off of wherever he's at, run up to Cilier's pantaloons or whatever the hell he's wearing, and just say, "Time to go, big guy."
Mara will cast Death Ward on Ebril.
Oh, you do have Death Ward.
Okay.
I do have, yeah, it's level 4. I have the card. I have it.
All right.
I should say to the stream as well that Ebril is a gate guard that has come with them as he lost his arm fighting the Legion, and Mara has made it her mission to find someone to regenerate his lost limb.
Well, it's more Alton insistent.
More Alton, was
like
it?
a friend.
Yeah. Anyway, that's because he's not been mentioned before, so just wanted people to know where this person called Ebril suddenly appeared from.
I think Alton will take out his short sword as well, which is just finely honed. It's for the viewers, it's a vicious short sword that he has. He hasn't actually used it in combat though, but it's he basically thinks it's pretty good, so he's that out and ready. But he looks like ready for action though, for sure. He's usually just a happy, jolly, kind of laissez-faire sort of a character, but not when it comes to the Archfey.
So as you're all there doing these various things, how much time passes by without you sort of acting in any way?
Alton's going in that direction. He was hoping Cilier would be leading the way, but Alton's going there anyway.
Yeah, as soon as
he wants to get in the way of the caravan, essentially.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So if you're all moving, tell me how close are you getting to the person before you stop?
Oh,
because it is motionless. It has still not moved at all.
About 100 feet.
Yeah, Mara will just tell Louisa to keep an eye out in all directions, because this could just be like a misdirection to the guards to move forward. Just tell Louisa to keep an eye out.
I'd say about 100 feet is a good spot.
Okay. you all are you all moving up? What sort of pattern are you? You
I'm at the back.
clustered in a nice fireball shape.
Alton, as usual, will be 20 feet back from everyone else.
Yeah.
We're in a line, I think.
Yeah, Mara
So
will tell
you
Garvin
all-
to keep with the rest of the melee fighters.
Yeah, that's fine. You all slowly move up. Again, there is no movement from, and as you all get closer, you start to see all of the things that Quill told Alton. The Fey corruption is evident. You know, it almost looks like under the skin of the horse. You can see it's almost like green vines. It's a strange thing because if it almost looks like you can see it wrapped around its muscles and its skeleton under the skin, and it sort of slightly shifts. And there are patches where, you know, it almost looks like it's turned to not quite wood, but actually that sort of texture of vine skin rather than the flesh of a horse.
I think actually Alton will pipe up to Mara as they're making their way towards this thing, and recalling what Quill had essentially said to him, which is don't be frightened sort of thing, that he put into Quill's head.
What he exactly said to Quill was, "Come closer, I have a message to convey."
Yeah, okay. So he will say that to Mara. He'll say, I do not know if he can do this by magical means, but he wanted Quill to go closer to him. He said he had a message. Not sure what that means. But the corruption is clear.
It is. Let's not send Quill forward too quick. Who knows what magic he has? He could.
I think Alton will scritch Quill on his shoulder and just say, he's not going anywhere. Hear him.
Good. We'll move forward in a calm pace. Confidence probably best to use at this moment. He doesn't act aggressively even if he looks corrupted. So let's see. And takes him.
As you're all there, sort of dithering at 100 feet, he just sort of does this, beckons you with his finger.
Ah, dude.
Salir does the same thing in return.
Alton backs up.
Mara will move forward.
Okay. How far forward do you move?
Well, she will move like closer. She will start like moving. She will walk.
Yeah, I need. Yeah, I'm talking specifics.
We need footage.
I mean, she's just walking towards him at this point. So whenever he reacts, essentially, she won't like stand directly under the horse. She might stand under the hill.
All right. So you keep going until he does something, basically.
Yeah, something,
right, okay.
Especially something aggressive.
Yeah, that's fine.
We all watch
rest of you.
as Mara goes on her own.
Yeah, I mean, Garvin will go with Mara. I mean, Garvin will go with Mara because there is no chance that. And a matter of fact, he'll probably turn to you and say, "What are you doing, Miss Mara? You can't put yourself in such danger."
Whoever he is, he's not attacked us immediately. Let's see what he has to say. Worst case scenario, we'll have to fight him.
And he's almost sort of tugging at you, but not because he wouldn't do that. And a bit sort of, you can see there's real pleading in his eyes. And he goes, "Please stay back with the others and at least let me go."
No, it's fine, Garvin. I'll stride forward.
And Garvin, you can see him almost worrying his hands because he is really uncomfortable with this. Because although
I agree with Garvin.
Salir's staying on the road. He wants it where he knows where he is.
So he speaks when Mara gets to within about 30 feet of him. So if Mara gets to within 30 feet, where is everybody else? Because I need to know distances.
I think Zurich would be about 15 feet behind Mara.
Okay, that's fine.
And I think that he would also have the Quattle would definitely have slithered around his hand into this circular shape as he's holding it up, just being ready.
Yeah, I'd be about
So
60 feet.
You'll be 60 feet, and Celir?
I'm going to be on the road. You said the road would
Was 40 feet, yeah. At the
Yeah.
closest point, it was 40 feet. So you'll be
staying
off to the
on the
left
road.
of the
Yeah.
party a bit, yeah.
Is there anything between us and him that Alta might be able to slip behind? A tree trunk, a broken wall?
There's lots of like bunches of ferns and scrub that are maybe sort of 2.5 feet tall, but so there's nothing that would give you like a hard cover, but there's places to hide, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, he'll just make himself hard to see, I guess.
Right, that's fine. So as Mara approaches and gets within that sort of distance, sort of 20, 30 feet, let's say 30 feet, you can see the whole way his head has just been slowly tracking you, just as you're coming closer. And there's no glowing behind the slits of the helm. There's just nothing.
I have a javelin.
Almost demonic horns coming out, sweeping backwards from the helm. And
Could I look for something?
yeah, on you go.
Are there anything to his movements? Do they look mechanical? Do they look like they could be puppetry?
Roll a perception check.
Ooh.
Okay, that is 17.
Okay.
From 60 feet, I don't know if I'd be able to.
There is nothing to suggest that this is magically animated or an illusion or anything like that from this point.
There's a giant rope going on the sky.
Damn it, I was hoping it'd be like 3 bandits behind the tree. Yeah, never mind.
So either it's not, or it's been cast by a very high level person. No. So as Mara gets to within 30 feet, he starts a sort of loud, booming voice. I am Sir Skelderus, champion of Nefion. My master has sent me to give you a message. The walls of his cell now mark with his violent fury at being denied egress to the material plane and release from his prison. His wrath is glacial, boundless, and focused on the 5 of you. Nevertheless, your intercession in his plans is merely delaying the inevitable, and once he is unleashed, he wishes to personally oversee your unceasing suffering and torment. That time will come, and in the meantime, it is his judgment that your travels are dogged by his agents, and that you are marked. And at this, he sweeps his hand, pointing at each of you in turn, including Garvin. And from his fingers, you see something akin to the vines that are writhing in the steed underneath him. Spectral vines come through the air, and they wrap around your torso. You don't feel them physically. No, you don't feel them physically. There is nothing physical there, but as you look down, they start creeping up, wrapping around your neck.
Can we do anything to?
At this moment in time, this is instantaneous.
Okay, fuck.
They're crawling snake-like around your neck towards your mouth, and I need everyone to make a DC 14 Wisdom save.
Is this a magical thing?
A Wisdom save.
What are you trying to?
Well, gnomes have a thing.
Yes, it is absolutely magic. Yes, so you'll get advantage. So don't shout out. Let me know one by one. I'll come round you all.
It's gonna not be good.
Oh, that's good.
So, Alton.
18.
Okay. Celir.
15.
Okay. Cyric.
14.
Okay. Mara.
24.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wisdom. She's very wise. She's very wise.
It's mine.
And Garvin.
Garvin. That's a 9.
Oh, poor lad.
Or old Gar.
But he's probably like very ready for everything. Maybe not a spell of that kind.
So, Alton and Mara, you seem to be able to shrug off whatever effect has come to you. However, Cyric, Salir, and Garvin, I need you all to roll a d4.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I thought we passed. You said it was DC 14.
Oh, sorry, yes, sorry, it's just Garvin. Just Garvin.
Oh no!
Oh, okay.
Apologies.
Mara, roll a d4 for Gavin.
That's a 2.
Okay, no, low is good in this time.
Okay.
So, I also need you to roll a d8.
5. Garvin. 5 different types of Garvin.
Okay. So, you all seem to have no effect, as far as you can see. Terror Eyes, you are Garvin. I'm just PMing you with.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Scary, spooky things.
Mm,
We're all getting cursed by Nefion.
scary, spooky Nef.
Scary, spooky Nefion.
But as you can see that even just from, although there's no facial anything, he is this figure is very annoyed that you seem to have been able to stop such an effect. And with that, his form shifts and dissipates, leaving nothing behind but his voice. And he says, I will leave you with a couple of playthings for now. And you hear a low rumbling, and 2 huge creatures made of wood and moss lumber over
The shambling man.
We avoided these guys the last time.
I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh.
No, these are worse than Shambling Mounds.
And I will tell you, because you have had shambling mounds before, they are not shambling mounds.
Okay, alright.
Then
Well, that's...
can I just have as a last thing, after he casts a spell and seems annoyed, Mara will kind of just wave her hand. Then be gone, minion.
Mm-hmm.
Salir flipped him off.
This is how we do it, rush him in. Oh, come on.
Oh, beautiful.
That's a
Right,
6
right.
for me.
Wait, let
Wait.
me, I'm just finishing things, so don't all shout out.
I have advantage on initiative roll.
Ooh.
He said don't shout out. Well, I guess he didn't say sing out loud. You're fine, you're good.
Ha!
You must now all sing our initiative.
Oh,
roll.
that's good. 22. We're not meant to be shouting out. Sorry, I got excited. It was a good roll.
No, it's okay. I'm just trying to tell Taylor what's happened to Garvin.
He's dead,
And
okay?
the one thing I would say is that visually, from all of you, you just saw all of these things dissipate as well. And because none of you have had any effect, you can probably just assume that that's the same for everyone else.
Because Garvin's behind Mara, so whatever happens to him, she probably see it.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget about feral instinct.
There we go. Right. Right, initiative. So we have Mr. Alton.
Okay. Okay. How close are these things to me? Or
What'd
am
you
I
get?
what? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. 21.
Yeah,
22.
22.
22.
I'm still just on in what? So 22.
Yeah.
Salir.
12. That wasn't that one. And then I
Sir?
gotta re-roll it.
Me?
Yep.
That would be a 30.
Garvin.
That's a 4. Yep.
Mara?
That's a 6.
6.
So, feeling real tough in the front row. Just not reacting.
Hurts me.
Sorry, I'm just checking their initiative.
I'll just say, Squid, that I added it to his character sheet under personality traits just to have it there.
That's fine, not a problem at all.
He's scared of plants.
Right, they don't have.
Thwarted or otherwise.
So they get a 3 and a 17 in their initiative. So Alton, you are the quickest to act, and as we start this, they are 40 feet from Mara, and you said you were 60, so they are 70 feet away from you.
Okay. And did they all sort of coalesce? Are they next to each other within 5 feet?
They're probably I mean, these are huge creatures. They
Yes.
are probably about 20 feet tall, and there's probably about 20 feet between the two of them.
Okay.
And as I say, the actual character that had been speaking to you has dissipated and disappeared from view.
Okay. Well, Alton will concentrate on one of them. Quill will sort of whiz by and just with a quick Alton will flick up his hands and fireball.
Okay.
The one on the right, we'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So to read it out, to go look up fireball. Yeah. Each creature 24 raise. Dexterity save.
4.
Okay, good. 8d6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait for this sound. It's the greatest sound of all of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, that's not bad at all. 10. So 31 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As a meteor of a big fireball falls from the sky on top of this thing's head. I'm not sure if he has vulnerability to fire, but he's a plant, so maybe.
That's just what I'm double
I mean, that's what Pokemon says, so I'll go with that.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll go with that.
Effective.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually a poison type, so
You can see that it takes the full damage that you'd expect, but you don't think it is any more effective than that. But there's tendrils of it. There's leaves and moss that are burnt off and it's scorched. But it obviously does a very significant amount of damage. But you don't think it's any more effective than it normally is.
Well, he's happy enough with that anyway. And he sort of, as it's cast, you can see it sort of takes something out of him. He's sort of steadies himself and sort of looks to whoever's coming next. We need to kind of barrage at least one of them, take one down. And I end my turn there.
Yeah, it is that very
oh shit
creature that you have just blasted that is next, and it rushes down towards Mara and Garvin, moving 30 feet, and it's still 10 feet away. When it gets there, I'm just double checking what its reach is. Sorry.
damn.
Yes. So what you can see is that it's sort of gnashing its teeth and swinging its sort of branch-like arms around. Frustrated, it can't attack you more. But as you look, Mara, you see roots and tendrils sort of bursting from its feet along the ground towards you, shooting out of the ground. And I need you to make a DC 15 strength save.
Oh,
ooh.
strength is not a preferred stat. I rolled so hard it fell off the table and I lost my headphones. Let's see. That's a natural 18, so that's 17.
Oh, yeah. So that's fine. You can see this thing has tried to grapple you, but you managed to resist it.
Hmm.
And it just sort of screams in rage, obviously very frustrated at this outcome.
I did not think I would succeed that.
Sirik, you are next, and you are 55 feet away from one of them, and 30 feet away from the other one.
All right. I'll, seeing that Alton has softened up one of them, he too would like to join in on trying to take it down. And what happens now is the quartal-looking serpent starts to shake, and its eyes start to glimmer a bit. And as it happens, a glowing orb of some white light channels up in Sirik's hands, and it is fired twice at the one that's just been hit by fire.
Yep, not a problem at all.
And seeing this beam-like force flowing from him, it has also some purplish tendrils. You can almost say it's almost like lightning, but it's unnatural.
Okay.
And
so what are your attack rolls?
Let's see. The first one is a 24. The other one is a 21.
Both of those hit? How much damage do you do?
Should I use the one that is...
Yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem at all.
All right, then the first one does 15 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one does 7. And the spell that Sirik used is Eldritch Blast for that he has gained from his patron gods now.
His warlockery.
His warlockery, yes.
He's a warlockomancer.
These spells are not. It's a borrowed power that he channels through this little quattle creature that he has with him.
Yeah.
Since it was a power that he gained and nothing that he has learned himself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any movement or bonus action you want to do?
I suppose I'll move bits further away from the one that I'm 30 feet away from. So let's say that I move additional 10 feet in the opposite direction from that creature.
Yep, so you're 65 and 40 feet away from the two of them at the moment. That's fine.
That's good.
No problem. Salir, you are next on the initiative roll.
All right. So I was 40 feet from the hill on the road.
Yes, so what that means is the one that's approached Mara is about 50 feet away from you, and the one further back is 80 feet away.
Too far. Too soon. What do I have? How do I close this gap? I only have 40 feet of movement. I will run forward till I'm 10 feet away from the 50 foot away one. And I had my javelin out previously from with the dude on the hill, so I'm just going to chuck it at him.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
And the javelin is a melee weapon. Ranged weapon attack. Does it use strength?
Yes.
21 to hit.
Yes, that does hit. These things don't seem to have, they're not wearing armor. It's just the natural sort of bark skin they have. So they don't seem difficult to hit.
That is 4 damage.
Okay, he takes 4 damage.
Then I will pull out my axe and I will rage.
Okay.
Yeah, I should be good to rage. It's really, yeah. As long as I attack something the next turn, rage.
By the end of your next
Yeah.
turn. Any bonus? Oh, the bonus action is to rage. That's
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
Mara, it is yourself next.
Right.
So this thing is looming 10 feet in front of you. And the other one is 50 feet behind you.
Behind me.
Sorry, 40 feet in front of you. Sorry.
Okay. Right. So she's gonna look at the new situation and really notice that these are not anything she's seen before, right? 'Cause they're not shambling mounds; they're just kind of mountains of.
Roll. Would it be Arcana or what?
They are Ettins. They only help They only help hobbits. Unfortunately, and we don't have any hobbits.
Recruit hobbit. Well, we do have a halfling.
It's not the same. That's racist.
It is apparently.
It's also trademarked, which is why we have halflings.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll a nature check.
Nature.
Nature.
Ooh. Oh, look at you. Nature. That is 13.
I think with a 13, you can see that these are some sort of plant-based creature, but they're not anything that you've seen or heard or really know a lot about.
Would I
But it
recognize
does-
them? It's out of turn, I know, but
No, that's fine. You roll a nature check, but I'll give you advantage because of your Fey background.
Nature.
oh, I took my d20s out of my tray. That wasn't a good idea. 16.
I think you don't know an awful lot more than what Mara did, but you suspect that these are tree blights. That you've come across plant and twig
Corrupted
blights
tree blights.
before. Yes. So, tree blights themselves are an evil thing. So they are basically a corrupted version of a Trent.
Ah. Yep.
Mara will use her action to cast Banishment on the further one.
Your action, so the further one, yep, that's fine. What save does it have to make?
Charisma 16.
Okay. Needs a nat 20 because it's got a -4 modifier for charisma.
Haha!
They have a charisma of 3.
So effectively, what Mara is doing is that she's kind of creating a translucent coin. She sends it towards the creature. I'll buy some of your time.
See what you did there.
Oh.
It rolls a 15, so that's an 11 for its saving throw.
Right. And then Mara's going to back up as far
So
as she can.
what happens when your banishments? Because I don't think we've ever seen Mara cast banishment before. So what happens when it actually takes hold?
Essentially, the coin comes towards the creature, and when it succeeds, it kind of goes, "Yeah, I want this coin," and it will be like a quick shimmer, and it'll disappear into a harmless demi-plane because that's how banishment works. And it'll essentially be just sitting in a waiting hall, waiting for to get out.
It's in the DMV. It's sitting in the DMV.
We'll be right with you, sir.
Yeah.
Please take a number.
Yeah.
Yeah. The soft radio music in the corner all kind of blurs together, and you're sitting there waiting.
Does it get a saving throw in its turn? I can't remember the exact details of banishment.
I think something like that. This
Does
card,
it not come back after 10 rounds or?
It's a minute concentration.
Yeah, but I can't remember. Let's see what it's here. The target must succeed on a saving throw, be banished.
No, it doesn't repeat the save.
No.
Doesn't repeat the save. That's fine. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah, so he's gone.
Is this the injured one?
No, the other one.
No,
Oh.
I specifically said the further away one that's not
Oh,
taking
good.
damage.
Fantastic.
So she is going to back up and
Just a bonus thing about the banishment spell is if it is a creature already from another plane of existence, it returns to its home plane, and if the spell doesn't end and it lasts its entire 1 minute, it doesn't return.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay, so it's not in the waiting hall then, or is it native?
We don't know.
We
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know that. Your nature check wasn't good enough.
Yeah,
It's
so-
somewhere. It's not here. It's not in front of you anymore.
Yeah, that's what's important.
That's what's important. Any bonus action or movement?
Well, I'm moving backwards, but I have no cantrips to use as a bonus action, and no weapons to use as well.
So
she'll
you're moving backwards, are you?
Yeah.
Right. The other one's going to grasp at you with its roots again as a reaction. So make another DC 15 strength check.
Boy's got reach.
Yeah, it's not gonna. This time I'm probably not gonna. It hopped up on a card. That's a 3.
Yeah, you are grappled. And as your turn ends, you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, it's not very nice.
And can I get you to make a DC 10 con save for concentration?
Oh, that's true. And oh well. 5.
Do you have Warcaster?
No.
No. The other monster reappears.
Damn it. Well, it was a good idea.
It
It was
was.
a good idea.
And I didn't move anywhere, so still here.
Yes, no, you're grasped in place. It is Garvin's turn next. I think he's obviously incensed.
Yeah.
He is not a barbarian, but you can almost see him on the verge of raging for the first time.
I guess he will attack the nearest. He will interpose himself between Mara and the nearest corrupted. I forgot the name. Corrupted something.
Treant.
The tree blight is what they are.
Yeah, so he will interpose himself between Mara and him, and he will attack with his battle axe, and that is a 17.
That hits.
And yeah, I didn't write. Damn it. That battle axe is D8, right?
D8, yeah, D8 plus strength.
Remember after Athos for all that time. And yeah, so that's a 6 damage,
Yeah, that's fine.
which is the lowest.
His second attack.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, does he get that? He should get that, right?
Yep.
He's definitely got 2, if not 3. I can't remember exactly.
Third one comes at level 11.
Ah, okay.
Or
And
12.
that's a 14.
14 just glances off its rooty and twiggy armor.
Damn it.
With that, it is the previously banished and reappeared Blight's turn. Unless Garvin's got any bonus actions or movement that he wants to do.
Not that I can think of. Because it's not possible for him to stand between Mara and both of them, right? Because it feels like they're that, right?
No, he can't interpose himself between both of them. No, not at
No,
all.
okay. So he'll the nearest one.
That's fine. The other one rushes down. Again, it can't quite get close enough to... Oh, no, it can get to Garvin because he moved forward to the other one. So Garvin is going to get First, it is going to
It
reach
could
down.
also
to
get to
try-
me, I think.
No,
Oh,
you didn't have enough movement. You had to throw your 10 feet back. It's going to club at him with its big branch-like arms. And it rolls a 13, which I'm pretty sure misses Garvin. So I'm also going to reach down, and this horrible, jagged, woody maw is going to open up, and he's going to try and bite him. And he rolls 21 to bite, attack him.
Nope.
Good God, Garvin, I forget you've just bought him plate armor, haven't you?
And he has a +1 shield.
Yeah, he is a tank.
Yeah.
And then with its last attack, its roots are going to rush out and try and grasp Garvin as well. So he needs to make a DC 15 strength check.
Garvin should succeed on this.
Not one.
No, but he didn't succeed. That's a 13. Shit, I rolled my dice. I should have rolled the Garvin ones I have now.
Too late now.
Too late.
There's no advantage. So the rest of the party see Garvin is entangled in all these roots and vines that shoot up out of the ground, same
building
way
a hedge over
as
here?
Marta. No. So that's the first turnover, and it's back to Alton.
Okay, well, shit just went south when other people got involved. But what's good is the Chamonix Mount, the tree blight, the second one, the fresh blood, basically came up closer to
Yes.
Garvin within a 20 feet radius of his.
Oh yeah, they're
of
now
his fellow.
10 feet beside each other. So if what you're asking is to fireball, you can fireball behind them, so it gets both of them and not anybody else.
I will do that. I do have other spells, by the way, but this one's good. But I'd be lying if I said this didn't have a special place in my heart. Yeah, 1 second now. Oh no, that's right, because it's a wizard spell. Okay, so I will be casting Fireball at 4th level. They must make a dex save, essentially.
The injured one passes, the injured one doesn't pass, and the uninjured one passes, so it'll take half.
How much did they roll?
19 and a 3.
Yeah, cool. Because it's a 16 is the DC, just for future reference. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need one more. There we go. And I think this time, because it's a more powerful, I think what you'll see is Alton's eyes will flush a sort of a complete black obsidian as he's casting it, and he'll lift up his arms as like sort of sulphurous smoke whips around him as it crashes down behind them.
Nice.
And I thought I was the one from the shot.
Oh my god, this is awesome! I have never rolled.
I knew it was either awesome or hellish.
No, okay.
One way or the other.
I have 3 sixes, I can see. I'll just go through it. So this is gonna be good. Hold on. 18. 28.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fireball.
Fireball is
32.
very good.
That's a good spell.
36.
Yeah.
39.
That it's overpowered to keep the spirit of the game.
Yeah, 43.
43.
I've never
First
done
one-
that much damage.
The first one takes that full, and you can see again it's almost got wee bits of flame coming up for it. It's still going fairly strong, but it's you've taken a lot of hit points off it.
Is it sapping?
Yes, you would say it's sapped.
Okay. All right.
And I think after that, Alton will he'll sort of drop to one knee, maybe, after essentially so much magic after going through him, and he'll just sort of look around the battlefield, see if there's anybody, and can inspiration be done as a bonus?
Yes.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
So he will look to Garvin, and he will say, Well, Quill will sort of fly by Garvin, and Quill will be saying, "They're almost routed. Keep up the pressure." And he'll give him the 1d8 of
Bardic
inspiration.
Not a problem at all.
Inspiration.
Inspirazione.
Any movement?
Yes, he'll move back 10 feet. Sort of look for somewhere he can maybe get behind. Like again, no, he's not going to get cover, but maybe hard to.
There's bushes or ferns or something that you can get behind. That's not a problem at all.
Cool.
It is this horribly burnt Blight's turn. So Mara, you see this looming up 10 feet away, comes right up in front of you and starts swinging at you. So first with its arms, unfortunately gets advantage because you're grappled. Actually, no, it doesn't when it's grappled. It's only if you're prone, sorry. Doesn't get advantage.
Huh.
However, it does still roll a 22.
Yep.
Okay.
Did I miss if Garvin took any damage from the grasping vine?
Oh no, he should have done. I didn't roll it. Thank you for reminding me.
Shit. As always, which team am I really on?
Yeah, 10 damage for
Always.
Garvin. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
It was a mystery.
Ooh, 10, 12. You take 18 points of damage as it bites you. Sorry, to begin with, and then it tries to hit you with its. I think that's a 24 to hit with its arm, basically. That's a really low roll.
Good.
Wonderful.
That's 13 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's rough.
Hey,
And
you guys
that ends its turn. And next it is Sirik. So you can see in front of you Mara getting whaled upon, wrapped up in vines, and Garvin as well is wrapped up in vines and taking damage from them.
It's going great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I am almost.
Yeah.
Classic.
Seeing this, it would just keep attempting to blast them asunder. So he will once more fire 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Yeah, absolutely. What's
Blast.
your rolls?
The
I take
first
it
one
you're targeting the damaged one, I take it, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The first one is a 22 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and the other one is a 16.
Yeah, both of those hit. What's your damage?
7 and 9.
Yep. It obviously takes these heinous blows, and it's there's sap and things running down its front. It's obviously hurting for whatever these things. Slightly on fire, singed, but it's still going. Any bonus actions or movement you'd like to take?
Yes, I'd like to use a healing word on Mara.
Thank
Not a problem at all.
She
And
could use it.
using that at second level, so
Okay.
that will be 2d4s plus my spellcasting ability modifier.
Forgot we had 2 healers.
Mm.
Well,
I mean, we have
He's
one
also a
healer, yeah, and a warlock.
Let's see. Excuse me for being useless at this UI, but where do I see my modifier? Is it the
Your
attack?
modifier is your charisma.
yeah.
Just my charisma. Yeah, charisma
Yeah,
plus
just
1.
your charisma bonus, yeah, because you get that because of the boon that you were given to you by your power, your warlock.
Yeah.
You got a really high charisma.
Yes, and also and an additional plus 1 from a item that I have, a druidic one of power. So that's a 2d4 plus 6.
We really decked you out on gear, didn't we?
Yeah. Mm.
Well, you heal 12 HP back.
Nice.
Thank you.
It just means I can punish you more without
stop
feeling too
it.
guilty.
Yeah.
Don't be giving him openings like that, guys.
It's right. I'm tough. I'm a tough boy.
Mm.
I'm a tough snake boy.
Yeah, and I think he will still keep at this distance, and
Yep.
he's still aiming his hands towards the creature, just waiting to keep blasting it asunder.
Not a problem at all. Sleer, it's you. So one of these creatures is now sort of. Did you go right up next to Garvin and Mara, or
I was 40. I went 40 feet. So
yeah? So you there's one of these creatures that's within 10 feet of you, and the other one is within 30 feet of you.
okay. I don't suppose these would be classified as giants.
No.
Giant trees.
They are plants.
Well, if you cast plant growth on them, then
No, cast blight on them and you win everything. I had another character where I would cast blight on everything, so I'd always ask, "Are these plant creatures?" At this point,
No,
so I know.
as soon as one of you gets blight, I'll stop putting plants in.
Yeah. Don't worry, there are things in place.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the injured one.
Yep.
And pull out my edge of the mountain, and I'm raging, and obviously I'm going to recklessly attack it because why
Absolutely.
would I do anything else?
Let's paint a picture of Edge of the Mountain for the
That's
viewers.
Oh yeah, I have it written out. So Edge of the Mountain is a exquisitely and mighty sized great axe. It has a beautiful haft of jet black wood inlaid with subtle silvery runes, with a handle wrapped with leather. Its head comprises of wide double blades of obsidian glass and edged with bright crimson.
Really, really cool.
It is really, really cool, and it is almost like a dwarven holy weapon.
Yeah, I kind of stole it from some dwarven ruins.
We don't need to talk about that.
And I
Oh,
was-
well, you've shown it to
Joke.
many a dwarf,
Yeah.
and the big thing is that they say that because the weapon has accepted you, then they accept that you wield it.
Yeah, and basically, I was just so good with the weapon. They're like, "You keep it, boy," and I was like, "Hell yeah, boy!"
I got this.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm now very popular in the dwarven community, so to speak. They've accepted me as one of their own.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Don't you grow a beard sometime?
Sometimes I do.
You know, sometimes I do.
You know, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Ever so often.
I'm gonna recklessly hit it really hard.
Okay.
Where is my? That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Where is that?
All the damage. Someone's just rolled up 1 on the damage dice.
Oh, the D12, and I roll a. So,
That's still a lot of damage, though.
it's 8
on the
damage.
modified. Still trucking.
All right, I'll attack it again, recklessly, violently, with full of rage. That one's cocked. More numbers, higher than last time.
Yes, that's fine. That's not
I
a
don't
problem.
want to do math right now.
Higher than last time works.
Yes, bigger number.
Nice. The bigger numbers.
15 damage.
Hey.
15 damage, yeah. It sucks that up as well, but you can see it is just holding on by a twiggy thread.
Is this the injured one or the sort
Yeah,
of...
Yes,
injured one.
this is the injured one, yeah.
Oh, we said the whole other one
and
after that.
And I'm going to like.
It's taken two fireballs that it has failed both saves.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Garvin and Salir.
Yeah, I'm gonna like shuffle around it, staying within its range. So I'm gonna place myself between it and the other one.
All
So
right,
I'm like
yeah. That's
behind
not...
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that'll be where I am.
That is not a problem. Mara, it is you next.
Was I grappled or restrained or
You are grappled.
so I can't move?
No. unless you use your action to break free.
Let's do it.
I was thinking of maybe Spirit Guardian. We are a bit close to the edge here, which tends to happen when you're cleric. Let's see. I can do more by staying alive. So I'll cast Cure Wounds at level 3 on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I heal myself.
yeah.
I do declare.
I do touch myself and
Okay.
feel better.
Well, Mr. Garvin, you're giving me the vapors.
Let's see. So that's a 1d8 and plus another one, so that'll be 3d8 for level 3, unless I'm reading it wrong. And 10, 18 plus mod. Yeah, so that'll be my turn.
Okay. It is Garvin's turn next, so you're still up.
It's still me, and
He
Garvin
has
attack.
he has inspiration as well, by the way.
Yeah. Let me just.
Attack rolls and ability checks.
And you can't add inspiration. No, it's the natural die roll that decides if you crit, seeing as he's a champion.
Correct.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh shit! I need to write down that number before I forget it. Right. Then we'll do the rest. He attacks
Good.
the wounded one.
He's not close enough because he's grappled as well, so he can only attack the other one.
Okay. Well, he crit. So.
Okay.
Yay!
That's good.
Yeah. And remind me how we do the crits, since I never crit.
Just roll the dice twice.
Damage dice twice.
3, 4, 7 plus the mod, so that is a 13.
Okay, yeah.
Unless I'm wrong.
No, that's fine.
Right. Then we do the second attack on the same fellow. That is a crit again
Ooh,
on a 19.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a champion, so yeah, he crits on 19s as well as 20s.
8,
that's amazing.
10, 15.
15. Cool.
Yeah. And how well off does
This one does not yet look bloodied or sappy.
Sappy.
Right. So we'll use we'll use action surge and we'll
Of
attack
course.
again.
Yeah, you get another 2 attacks with action surge.
Right.
I love it.
So that is a 12 plus 7, 19.
Yeah, that hits.
Right. I'll roll the other attack right away so we can just. And
Okay.
that a 12.
A 12 does not hit, unfortunately, so it's only one hit with this action surge.
So that is a 13 damage.
Okay. So Garvin just almost frenzied, hacking lumps out of this thing with his axe. You know, there's big lumps of wood, almost like if you're watching a forester cut a tree down, hacking out of it. And it doesn't look happy, and it's now its turn. And it is going to attack Garvin, although he's incredibly difficult to... Oh, Garvin takes bludgeoning damage at the end of his turn.
Right.
11 points of bludgeoning damage to Garvin.
Right.
It's then going to reach down with its horrible, twisted, woody mouth and try and bite him. Rolls a 19, which I think is a miss. And then it's going to try and club him with his big wooden arm. And that is a 25.
Does hit.
And then Garvin casts shield. You can't hit him.
Yeah. Cast shield.
He's tanky enough
Yeah.
to...
Globe of invisibility.
However, I did roll a 1 and a 2 on his 3d6, so that's 8 plus 6, 14 bludgeoning damage from
Holy shit.
his arm.
That's rough.
And
And
Garvin
that,
has such low HP.
yeah, that, no, he doesn't.
No.
That is top of the turn again, and back to Mr. Alton.
Okay. So I'm looking at.
And you can see that one of them is hanging on by a thread of life, and the other one is not too badly damaged at all.
Okay, so we'll call the damaged one Robert Plant. And I'm going to look at the fresh one, Kate Moss. And she's gonna. Alton's gonna look and just sort of, his arm's just gonna come up slowly, and he's just gonna go, and he's basically casting Dissonant Whispers, so it needs to make a Wisdom save.
Sorry, just so I'm totally clear, which of the two is
Kate Moss. They're fresh.
Which is the fresher one?
Yeah.
Freshie. The freshman.
And which? Sorry, I forgot which text.
Wisdom.
Oh, sorry, it's Wiz. Yeah, sorry.
It rolls a 14 and does not have a modifier.
And that is a fail. Okay. So, firstly, it takes 3d6 damage, psychic damage, which comes to 8 damage. And it must spend. Hold on. The creatures. Oh yeah, it must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Okay, that's fine. It does so.
Does it cause any chain reaction of opportunity?
This is one of these things that it doesn't as the rule book, but I always think is wrong. So I think I am going to give. So that would be Salir. Garvin, however, is not going to get it because he's going to be dragged along behind it and tangled in its roots.
Bye.
And
See you later.
Garvin's going to take another 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Oh,
He can take it. He's fine.
Sorry, bro.
But Salir, you get a free hit.
All right, I'm just double checking. I do have recklessness still up. I checked what it was saying. If it was like just during.
That's fine.
So it
That's
says
not a
during
problem.
this turn. Does that only mean this turn of combat, or this round of combat, or just my attacking?
I would say this
Doesn't it
turn rather, and then it doesn't. So I would say not recklessly.
Okay. Wasn't sure. Wanted to check that.
No, that's fine.
Everybody declares it whenever they attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what Salir means is whether because this is a
Declare at the
reaction
start of your
attack,
turn. Yeah.
whether it's still up from his turn because he did declare it on his turn.
Yeah.
But I think it's for the
mean-
turn only rather than a reaction.
Yeah.
yeah.
9 damage. Oh, no, 9. 11 damage.
That's fine. All counts. That probably sappies it,
Woohoo!
for want of a better word. Does Alton have any bonus or movement actions he wants to take?
No. I think the way that Alton essentially will more often than not look on the battlefield is he stands very still, and it's actually Quill who flies around the battlefield.
Yeah,
So
that's fine.
a lot of the time he's just where he finds something he can get behind or hide behind as much as possible, and Quill will dart around to where he is casting, essentially. Obviously, mechanically, he will always be in range of the spells and stuff, but...
Yeah, that's fine. It is the very injured Tree Blight's turn, which is just going to continue wailing on Mara, which is within its graspy roots. It tries to hit you with its arms, which is an 18.
Yep. Yeah, it should hit. I mean, yep. Not Garvin. Oh.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Right.
And then it is going to bite you. And that is a 23.
Yes. Very much so.
Where's that dice?
Oh, hold on. Can I cutting words that?
Yes.
Yes, I will.
What was it? A 23? Did I say? Because I've moved
Yeah.
the dice.
Yeah, you said 23. 23 minus 6.
17.
That's
Does that still
17.
hit? Does that still hit you, Mara?
AC 17.
Ah!
Should
Bummer.
have done the first one.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
just only thought of it, man. Sorry.
I'm afraid I rolled 3d8 and I got an 8 and 2 7s, which is 22 plus 6, 28 damage.
Should probably spare the dying on yourself.
Hey, yeah. Let's see, 28 you said.
Yeah. Are you still up?
Give me like a second. Let's see that. Plus 28. Oh my god, yeah, I have 5 HP.
Oh, here comes
Jesus.
number 3.
Cyric, it is
Oh,
yourself.
thank God. Someone else's go.
Alright. I'll repeat what I did last turn. So 2
Yeah.
more Eldritch Blasts, and I'll use a second level healing word on Mark.
Okay. Just do one at the moment because it is within range that you might kill it with a single shot.
Alright. Oh, that's a crit.
Oh, Jesus.
And the damage is max as well, so
Pop.
Yeah. So with your first Eldritch Blast, you just focus and it just obliterates. Mara, you're showered in sap. You've got sticky sap and twigs and shards of things. Don't take any damage. Don't get me wrong. It's not like explosive damage or anything. But you are an absolute mess. You are still grappled because its roots do not wither. But there is nothing looming over you to hit you anymore. And you still have your second Eldritch Blast, Cyric. I take it you point that at the other one.
yeah, fire dedicate moss. That's 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Yeah, and it takes 11 points of damage.
Yep, that's fine. No problem. It's still trucking on. And you were going to Healing Word Mara again, did you say?
Yes, for using it as a second level spell. So it's 2 d4s instead of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, it only heals 9 this time, but
That's a 1 and a 2. Thank you.
Yep.
Better than nothing.
there you go.
That's fine.
Stop crying.
Sleer, it is yourself. So the injured one you had been fighting is now just pulp and shreds in front of you, smouldering away.
And how
And
far
the
away
other one
came
is
off?
the other one came off is
I love that we're just using that name.
yeah,
Carry on.
45 feet away because Alton made it run away in the last turn.
That's within. So if I
No,
ran
sorry,
three-
no, it's only 35 feet away. Sorry.
Perfect. I'll run right up at its face. And I will hit it very hard, very much with an axe. I'm a barbarian, that's what I do.
That's what I do.
Hit things really hard, recklessly, with an axe.
It's my job.
It's my job. It's what I do. Big numbers, 20, dirty 20.
Absolutely hits.
I'll
Yeah.
roll my second attack right now anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, it's not a dirty 20, it's a 16.
16 still hits, so that's 2 hits.
Oh, another one! Oh, just D12!
At least you hit. I mean,
Alright, that one's better. Alright. Let me do a lot of math, because for some reason barbarians have the most math to do. That doesn't make any sense.
Should be quite the opposite.
10,
Yeah.
21.
I want to play a simple class. Well then.
25 damage
Yeah.
for both the hits.
Dang.
It sucks all that up again. It's still very, very badly injured, but it's still going strong.
Yeah,
Your master trimming the bush.
I did my thing.
He had a weekend job in a spa doing backsack and crack. That's why he's
He brings out a big piece of paper and just the entire thing.
Any bonus action at all?
No. Any of that fun stuff.
Mara, 'tis your good self. So you're horribly injured, even with Cyric's healing from distance.
Yep. Mara's gonna give a hold some of her wounds. Thank you, Cyric.
So you're the threat is not in front of you, but you're still restrained by the roots and things that were left there behind.
She's gonna cast Cure Wounds again at level 3 on herself.
Okay.
Physician heal dice. Yeah. So that
All the ones by the look of your face.
almost, it was like a 2 and a 3.
Oh.
Here comes the 7. So that's what will that? It's 12.
11.
Is it? No.
No, it's 12.
Plus 7 is 12. Plus the 5, so 15. And she doesn't have any bonus actions to use unless she can try and get out of the root.
That'd be a whole action to do that.
Okay, then never mind. She will look despairingly at Garvin being dragged away.
Yeah.
Almost
So
like a fish
as we
on a-
cut to Garvin, Garvin's actually prone now because he's been dragged as this thing ran off. So it's not really going to affect him because he's grappled, but you'll have to use half his movement to stand up, and then do whatever you wish to do with him.
Can he attack the creature?
Yeah, you still it just takes a half movement to stand up, and you can still attack from a grapple. It's one of these weird things that grapple doesn't really affect anything other than your movement. It's not unless you're fully restrained that you get advantage against you and stuff.
Yeah. He's gonna use second wind.
Is that 1d10 plus level? Is it to heal?
Yep. That is because he took a bit of damage. He's not bloodied, but he took a bit.
I love that with mechanically because his fighters is just like, I've got more hit points.
Yeah. Dusting myself off and it's you got 13 hit points back.
Cool.
Woohoo! And then he's going to attack the creature. Twice. Nat 1.
Ooh.
No, that doesn't hit.
Funny if it did. And that is a 17.
Yeah, 17 hits.
Right. And that's a 9.
9. Again, this thing is not looking happy, but still got hit points. And as Garvin's move ends, it is its turn. And it is going to bite at Garvin with a 15, so that misses. It's going to swipe at him with his arms, which is a 28.
That'll hit, yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot, at the end of Garvin's turn, he takes bludgeoning damage from the grasping roots. So
True.
he takes 8 damage from that. And then from being clubbed, he takes 16 bludgeoning damage from being hit by the arms of the creature.
Right.
And with that, the turn is over, and we are back to Mr. Garvin. Mr. Alton, sorry.
Okay.
One creature remaining, and again, very low hit points left. You can tell with the rains that Garvin and Celia especially have been hacking into this thing. It's not long for this world.
Okay. Alright, so he's gonna put out his 2 hands in front of him. Like that. And so actually, first of all, how far away is he from me?
You moved back the last turn, so it ran away, so it is 120 feet away from you. because you both moved in opposite directions last turn.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have only one thing that can go that far.
Kapow!
Yeah. I'm going to do another fireball, being very careful not to burn Garvin.
Yes, you would still be able to do that.
Yeah. Oops. Okay. Not as good.
Oh, I've not rolled its dex save yet. Let's see. +0. A 5!
Mm.
You succeed.
And
If you have rolled any 2s, this thing is incinerated.
I've rolled any 2s.
Yes, because unless you have rolled every dice as a 1,
No.
it's going to die. That's what I mean.
Very well. Let my meteor explode him upon this land.
Yes, and Selir and Garvin, like Mara, are just sort of covered in tree sap and bits and pieces. Not
Perfect.
damaged, as I said, but you're all very sticky. You're going to be finding sort of bits of amber in the back of your hair and stuff, especially Mara with her long hair and Garvin and his beard. It's not going to be pleasant. It's not going to be pleasant for a few days. It's like chewing gum in your hair.
But
It's got to be chewed out.
No, you gotta get it cold. You gotta freeze it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Um,
If we only had a fridge.
If only we had someone with magic.
Yeah. Throw ice daggers at me so that I can.
Ice knife. I cast ice knife at the side.
Don't worry,
so,
I'll cover you.
we're out of initiative. Garvin and Mara were fairly badly damaged, but the rest of you I don't think even took a single hit. So,
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
yes.
I'm doing good from a distance.
I guess Mara will try to rip off the root.
Yeah, I mean, I'll not make you roll. Once you're out of combat with the help of Selir and Garvin, that's not a problem. Garvin will do the same. And it's quite easy to hack it to pieces, and you are free once more.
Mara will cast a Cure Wounds at level 3 at Garvin, because it probably can tell that he looks a bit up. Seeing as
You can
he's...
tell that, but I think he's still in a better state than you.
I mean, he's down to 55 hit points, and I'm down to 23. But I spent all healing on myself, so should heal him as well. But of course, one of them is 1, 7, higher one, 8. Come on, math. 7 plus 8.
Do
Come
this.
on. And it's a 15 plus 5, so he gets a 20 back. Yeah. And I guess Mara will throw a second level heal at herself.
Mm-hmm.
That's 7, because they were 2 1s.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
No, it is a problem if I roll 2 1s and 2 d8s.
No, but there's no immediate threat. Sorry,
No,
that's what I meant.
True.
Yeah. I think Alton will probably run up to Mara as well, try and help her get out of this thing as much as he can. Sort of crack the branches where you're able to slip out.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this sap.
Mm-hmm.
What's it taste like?
I think it just tastes like pine needles, like the smell of being in a pine forest. I don't know. Is that something that Alton has experienced, or is
You know,
where
he would
he's
have
from all this deciduous forest? Is
No.
what I mean.
No, he would have experienced sap, but not from this place.
No, but I more mean specifically pine trees and things like that, because it was
I don't know.
a warmer place.
Uh-oh.
I'll leave that up to you. It's just flavor, so I don't mind. But that's what it tastes like. It tastes like pine needles, and it's not the most pleasant. It's a little bit acidic. There is a little bit for his sweet tooth. There is a hint of sweetness there, but
not enough.
No,
I think he just sort of sighs a bit because that could have really restocked some of his waning jam
Need to fix.
jars. He anyway. We try and get Mara out, and when he does, he will hand her a greater healing potion.
I think as you're doing all this, like Louisa sort of rides up on Rufus and is just like, "That was amazing! I did not know that my employers were so skilled. I would watch that every day of the week."
Alton would sort of look to her like, "What?"
And you can see behind her, the other drivers are just like shit, like terrified out of their minds. Because these trees were, I mean, they were like 20 feet tall, huge creatures. Yeah.
They were giants, so to speak.
Mara will give her some.
No. They were huge plants. They were not giants.
Giant plants.
You can't get bonus after combat.
Yeah, it's no good to you now.
Believe you me, Salir, the next time you meet a giant will be just after a goblin's stolen your axe again.
Or you've thrown it away.
Or you've thrown it away rashly. Oh, bye now.
Mara will give Louisa something of a deadpan look, and then she'll cast a second level healing at Garvin again. Yeah, that's fine. 15, that's better. Yeah, so he's almost fully healed now.
Cool. I do like all these spells going in case you get attacked again.
I know, right?
You notice I handed a
so
greater
strong.
healing potion. I've spent quite a few spells there, but
it's almost like the players have never understood what a short rest is, isn't it?
No, what that is.
Yeah.
I know. I think watching, because we're getting close to the end of our time for this evening, and I think you can see if you want to look through the detritus, there is literally nothing there. These are not creatures that have gold and items things on them. There is just more sap and bits of tree. You could probably get some firewood out of it if you're really so inclined.
we needed that once.
Can I look where the horseman was standing to see if there are hoof prints that
There's
rode
gotta
away?
be. There's gotta be.
Like if you
I'll
turned
aid him.
invisible and disappeared, or if it was something else.
It's like every devil
will
story
use-
ever.
The help action.
roll investigation with advantage.
Did he
I was
vanish?
actually going to do that as well to see if he just used a spell or something to get away,
Thank
or
you
is.
for the advantage.
How much?
There you go.
2 nat ones in a row.
Fuck you.
Wow.
So no,
You are not Sherlock.
with your modifier, what's that total?
5.
Right.
Jesus.
Sherlock Holmes appears like, he shot himself 14 times.
You know, I
Even-
liked our cooperation last time, but
Even with a 5, you can see 4 very heavy hoof prints. They are
left.
You knew exactly where the creature was. It's quite a small area, and they are very deep, denoting that it was a very heavy combined between the rider and the horse. But there are just 4 single hoof prints, as though it appeared there and then disappeared.
I think Alton will sort of speak as Salir, Sir Mara are all kind of in that grouping. Go over to them, away from the people of the caravan a bit, and Quill will sort of just take to one of the nearby branches, and through Quill, Alton will say, "Guess it might have been wishful thinking that Nefion might have left us be for a while.
Oh no, we pissed him off.
I knew that. I knew he'd be back, but I didn't have the able to muster the power so fast.
Oh,
I was
that
wrong.
was a bit
Well, if he's figuring out a way to come to us, favor the remaining. Well, we just need to be ready for him. Whatever that creature. So we never got a name from him, right? He was just some sort of.
He gave a
Medium
name,
messenger.
Sir something a lot. Or I can't remember.
Jabber's written it in your Discord chat.
Galdero.
Oh yeah, Sir Skelderos.
They're Skelderos.
I don't know if that's spelled correctly,
Skeletor.
but that's what I just guessed.
It was something like that, though. It was Skeletor.
Yeah, no. That's exactly how I think it's the only difference is that it's US instead of OS at the end.
Mm.
To Skelderos. I believe we will be beating him too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I bet that's not the last we've seen of him.
We'll sort of look back to Alton will look back to the caravan of birds and Visa and say, how much should we tell them?
Nothing.
No.
They are not involved. We'll get to Neverwinter.
As far as
them, do not concern them.
As far as Nefion knows, this is just us guarding a caravan. We don't need to unnecessarily involve them. We should still inform Louisa that there might be stranger creatures on these roads. She's manning the caravan. She might be ready. She might need to be ready for some type of attack. But we don't need to tell the driver.
Okay. I think that's for the best.
They don't need to look over their shoulders. Van.
And with that, Alton will sort of put his finger up, and Quill will come and land on it. Onward.
Yeah. Onward.
Because we're all pretty much fine. She'll kind of give some more of an inspection at Garvin and see if he's okay. And he's down, like he's taken 10 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
So
roll a perception check.
Right.
I had the most health and I took 0.
Fucking hell. Wait. Yeah. Oh my god. Perception, you said?
Yes.
14. And I rolled 3.
Roll me an Arcana check as well.
That is also not good. No, well, perception is good, but not Arcana. But the dice not agree. That's a 7.
Okay. With that perception check, you can see that something has occurred with Garvin, with those tendrils that you saw at the start of that combat. But with that Arcana check, you cannot discern how it has affected him, but you can tell that he has been affected where the rest of you have not.
Does he seem to realize that he's been affected?
No.
If Alton was to have a little look at him, do an Arcana, would I be able to see what kind of a thing might have been happened? What might have, is it, you know?
Do the same perception, and then depending on what your perception roll is, you'll get to do an Arcana check as well, because it's not easy to work this out.
16 total.
Yep, that's fine. So roll the Arcana check as well.
That is an 18.
Okay. You do not know the exact outcome or exactly how it's affected him, but you can tell that the first tendrils of Nefion's fake eruption have started to take hold in Garvin.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay. Alton won't say anything. He will walk up to Garvin. He will sort of put his hand on one of his pauldrons as if he's brushing something off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
For what it's worth.
That's fine.
Trying to dispel this thing that's inside of him, whether that can happen or not.
Mm-hmm. And when you cast Dispel Magic, is there how does that show? I mean, will he know that you are casting a spell upon him?
Well, I can do it from far away, but he's on purpose. He's up next to him, sort of trying to distract him anyway by brushing his pauldron. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. And
Is it what are the components? Is it verbal, semantic?
verbal and somatic?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I think Garvin will just think you're trying to cast a cure spell or something on him. He's not going to do anything to dissuade you. He trusts you well enough.
Yeah. And I think I have to roll to see if I dispel it. I believe.
If it works that way.
If it's,
The
if it's
DC
under
equals
certain
10.
level, yeah.
No,
The
no.
D-
Let me just bring it up. Yeah. Yep. Make your roll.
So this what am I rolling and what am I adding to my roll? My
It is
spell
1d.
casting
It's
ability.
It's your spell casting ability. So it's like an attack roll. So it's your spell casting modifier plus your proficiency.
Okay.
And then yeah.
Oh, that's good. 27 total. Rolled a natural 19.
Damn.
Natural 19 plus 8.
Your spell does not seem to have any effect.
Ooh,
I think he will.
shit.
The second that happens, and he knows how well he did the spell, he will look to Mara with a deep sadness in his eyes.
It was a spell level 18 spell, unfortunately.
Well, the thing is if it was a curse, they can react differently. So, and Alton doesn't know how to deal with curses. That's not his wheelhouse. So, so he will
Just because dispel magic didn't work doesn't mean other things
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there you go. That's all Alton can do. But he will absolutely give Mara the oh shit, it's bad news. Look.
And Mara can tell probably that it's not a cure spell, seeing this cast.
Well, yeah, I imagine the magic itself and whatever happened from the magic happens behind Garvin. So, and magic users will probably, on some level, be able to tell if she has seen dispel magic before. I'm not sure if she has.
Clerics have it.
Yeah, but she has never cast it herself. But then again, Alton spellcasting, at least from my understanding, it looks very different.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yes, it's because bards are very different in the way they deal with things.
Mm-hmm.
Can
And
I go ahead?
I was just going to say, and he's also a special forest boy.
He's a
Can
special boy.
Yep.
Can I try and roll like an insight to figure something out of his expression? Something is very bad, but
He is openly giving you an expression. So if you want me to explain somewhat further, or even if it looks like you are quizzical, I think Quill will land on your shoulder and sort of very quietly nestle in and say, "Tendrils of Nefion have begun to sprout within Garvin."
So to see that Mara closes her eyes. Damn it. She'll pet the bird slowly, without scritch.
I think Alton will probably go up and sort of give her a sort of a hug around her leg a bit, not overt, but like just a small, and then move back towards Garvin.
Mara will sort of.
I was just about to say, in amongst all of this, like Garvin does not seem to be aware or act differently at this moment in time.
I think Mara will try to, act natural. So she'll probably just pick up sit on something, pick up the book of the caravan's book of like everything in it, logbook, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll try and figure out something. Can I roll something to try and figure out how to remove the entire thing, like spell or temple?
Let's at this moment in time, we're a wee bit over our time. Let's say at this moment in time, you all move on for the day. You find another campsite for the evening, and we will pick this up the next time with Mara sitting round the campfire trying to work that out. I'm just conscious that if you roll well, it may take us another half hour to talk it through.
Yeah.
Things like
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah.
So the answer is yes, but let's wait. Let's leave that over to start the next session next week.
Right.
So before we disappear, shall we
Yeah.
through our credits?
Yeah, if that's all right, if I can just
Yeah,
very
absolutely.
quickly,
Yeah.
I'm just going to read out you guys. Obviously, awesome. Thanks so much for joining us today. It was a really good session, so I hope you enjoyed it too. And what we're going to do is we're just going to read out the follows and things like that we've gotten. So because that essentially is the lifeblood of the stream. So thank you very much if you have followed. And I'm just going to very quickly go through it and just
The
thanks
sap
to everybody.
of the stream.
It is the Kate Moss of the stream. So a big thank you to Commander Root who followed. To Frankster48 has also followed. He's actually a friend of mine and he hosted the episode this evening. So thank you so much for that, dude. MVP Feels Badman has also followed.
Thank you.
Ictus Duplo, he is a lover of the DM, and he called you beautiful earlier, Squid.
He's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah, I thought there might be something. Thought there might be something. Dead Hand also followed earlier on, and John Z Hk12 has followed. Thank you so much, and Llewellyn Pendrag. See?
I do know who that is, so thank you for the follow, Pendragon.
Cheers, dude. That's everything for this evening. Yeah, thank you so much. If someone else has any closing statements, that's totally fine. That's everyone. But just finally, again, thanks so much. If you enjoyed, make sure to follow. Below you'll find the Twitter, you'll find the YouTube. Yeah, thank you so much again. And that is it from me.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Cheerio.
See you, everyone.
We out.
Yeah. Have a great evening.
See you next week.
Everybody.